everyone. You're watching Pitch Battle. I'm Indraneel, your host. Uh, the big day has finally arrived. My God, we've been waiting for this for such a long time. First thing which comes to my mind when I talk about India-Pakistan game is Babar Azam, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. Actually, our side is uh, little tilted towards drawing home all the advantage because we have battery of match winners. But what has really sort of made this contest an even one, even Stevens, what we call it, is because of the pitch. That's why it's called pitch battle, right? So the pitch has actually nullified all the advantages India would have enjoyed for the game. Just imagine, as I talked about yesterday, the toss goes in favor of Pakistan. What happens? How Shaheen Shah, Afridi, Mohammad Amir, and company would fire on all cylinders. I'm really worried for India. If I were, I mean, they're having a nice, sound sleep right now. Hopefully, they'll get up fresh early in the morning. I don't know how things will pan out. It's a different battle because it's not US Pakistan. I don't know what happened in the past. We just focused on the current contest, and India Pakistan match is absolutely a different kettle of fish. Joining us, we have uh, Mr. Avinash, the editor of the My Khel. We have Gaurav from One India. Gaurav, welcome. Shakya Mitra, sports marketing expert. I'll straight go to Gaurav today. Gaurav, first thing which comes to your mind when it's India Pakistan. I can't go beyond Babar Azam. He's not even a good T20 player, people say. But your first thing which comes to your mind when it's India Pakistan cricket.
The first thing is goosebumps. It is going to be a high voltage match. Yes. To be honest, it is the game. This is the only rivalry which is above the game of cricket. World would be like watching this match, and today I'm like really excited for this match. I want to see Babar Azam versus Virat Kohli. Who scores better? Let's see. The world is asking this question from a very long time. Like, who is the best? So this is the right time. Let me be very much honest. I'm very much being biased here. I am on the blue side. I bleed the blue. So I'm very much hopeful that Virat Kohli will score big tonight, and Rohit Sharma, the captain. We have so many expectations from our batters, but on the other side, we don't have to lose our nerves. We have to hold our horses because it is Muhammad Amir, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Rauf, the bowlers, the pace lineup they have. It is going to be a goosebump, like it is going to be a nail biter for me.
Actually, it will be. And we've been waiting for such a long time. We've been talking about this match for such a long time. Last year, when the World Cup happened at home, Avinash, you remember our what we call it outgoing coach, incoming coach. Yeah, incoming coach Gautam Gambhir saying that Babar will put the stage on fire. And I actually questioned his cricketing credential, the way he sort of predicted, and Babar was quite a super flop in that. So, how do you see that Babar Azam? I mean, we'll talk about India again. I mean, we want to see how. What do you feel about Babar Azam, the player? Because a lot of people are saying he's not a great T20 player. He's a classic. His cover drive is being discussed at all quarters. But your thoughts on Babar Azam, the cricketer? He lost his cool. First time I saw when the bowlers were going for runs, he was shouting at his bowlers that day. So Babar Azam will have to keep his cool because you lose your cool, you lose the battle. That's how it happens in a big game.
Absolutely, Dada. And today, as Gaurav rightly mentioned, it's going to at least settle the debate for quite some time about the greatness of two players, contemporaries. I mean, India Pakistani fans are always divided with the debate of who's better. But whenever we speak about Babar Azam, we often say, let that man play some matches or get equal number of matches which Virat has played. Uh, in the last match, it was not a bad match for Babar Azam, the batter. Yes, he disappointed because he was settled, but even get scoring those runs against the USA, he surpassed Virat Kohli to become the leading run scorer in the T20 Is. So that at least tells that he's a good player of T20 cricket as well. Had it not been his cricketing prowess, he would not have gotten to this milestone or be leading that table. So that at least settles the debate of whether being a good T20 player is there or not. But uh, when it comes to India Pakistan matches, definitely I think Virat Kohli has a big edge because he feeds off on the opponent's energy uh, and he thrives on pressure matches. When it comes to Babar Azam, at least when it comes to the India Pakistan matches, I haven't seen him doing any much better. I mean, yes, there was a T20 World Cup in 2021 when Rizwan and Babar forged that mammoth partnership, and India was just sidelined, bruised, and battered left, right, and center in that game. But this, if you look at the overall performance of Babar Azam against India, it's not up to the mark, and the benchmark that Babar Azam, the batter, has set for himself against playing against big nations or test playing nations, then India, the numbers against India are set certainly very, very below average. And that's what is going to be in his mind today as well. Not just his mind, in fact, the entire team's, because he's the fulcrum of the Pakistani batting lineup. That's no doubt about that.
Absolutely. And followed by Mohammad Rizwan, who's of course a very uh, apt player for this kind of format. The way he plays, he's been very consistent in the past. But Shakya, I was scanning through all the newspapers. I was really thrilled to see everyone had that headline, pitch battle. And that's the name of our show. They're branding our show, which is a great thing. I wish them all the best. But are you happy with the way ICC has put in a lot of effort to put the house in order, which is the pitch? Because that's the most important bit about cricket. That 22-yard. What you do there, it's going to be counted. We saw the Netherlands, South Africa. The scores are not going up. So what do we do?
Yes.
Is it going to be a low-scoring India Park battle tonight?
I hope not. And but India Pakistan is always the most mouth-watering clash whenever
Hmm.
a major tournament happens. I remember in 2007 there was a match between the Super 8s was supposed to have had a match between India and Pakistan, and both the teams went out in the first round itself, and it was a big commercial flop, that whole tournament, primarily because this match never took place. So yeah, I mean, of course, the pitches and they've somewhat got better because there was a Canada Ireland yesterday. Netherlands were all over South Africa in the power play, and then they weren't chasing much. Therefore, South Africa were able to pull it back. Netherlands have been a kind of bogey side for South Africa, but India Pakistan is just an unbelievable rivalry, and it's Pakistan has won 4 times in ICC events. India has won more than thrice that amount, and that puts a little bit more pressure on India because they have to. And I feel there's always that little bit more pressure on India ahead of every India Pakistan match because of their superior record. Because Pakistan have that extra urge to win because their record in ICC tournaments isn't very good against India. They won 4 times, 3 of them in the Champions Trophy, once in the T20 World Cup in 2021. But India is also under pressure because they have to maintain that record, that unbeaten run. And of course, the fallout of this match, it can be felt in different countries. In 2021, when they beat us by 10 wickets, or in 2017 when we lost the Champions Trophy final, people were very unhappy in India. We all saw that. in Pakistan, when they have lost matches to us, we've heard of broken televisions and things going out on the road. So there's a lot of pressure. You're not just playing on the ground or for your country and for the people in the stands. There's a huge public there, and everyone is aware of what can happen you don't if you don't win. And India has the better record. There, that pressure is there. So there's all those factors are there in play. But coming to this match, it's very important for Pakistan is under a lot of pressure because if they lose this match, their future in the
Yeah, they're
tournament
out.
could be under
They're
under threat.
technically out of the tournament. It's a do or die match for Pakistan. Gaurav, I remember in 2004 I was covering that historic series. Late Prime Minister Vajpayee used to be there. He took the initiative. We went there. I remember playing one friendly game. I was outside Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, and I was carrying my laptop bag, and they said you have to play, and I was forced to play. I thought it's a friendly match. When I went in, I realized it's an India-Pak game because the journalists from Pakistan side were so serious, as if we are playing a real Pakistan-India match, which is, and they take it so seriously. We don't take the such games. I mean, do we take that sort of bring in that sort of seriousness, or we just play it as one of the other games we are playing other against any other top quality opposition? What are your thoughts? How we take India Pak game? We know Pakistan takes it a lot of with a lot of pressure. अरे भाई साहब संभल के बाबूजी धीरे चलना, India Pak match चल रहा है. But when it comes to India, do you think we feel the same about them? I didn't feel it that time, but what are your thoughts?
What I feel is like pressure is on both the sides, equal pressure, I would
All
say,
right.
because both players of both the sides, they don't need anything. They don't want anything less than a victory. Simple. All either it's Babar's side or Rohit Sharma's team. They just want to register a victory here. That's it. It is not right now. They are not even thinking about the World Cup. All they are thinking about is registering a win over each other. Simple. Babar Azam and here, I would like to mention some players, Shadab Ahmed and the Harish Rauf. They could be the key players. The thing which Shakya was talking about the pitch. Actually, I am worried about if toss went in favor of Pakistan and they call India to bat first on such a track which has so big cracks on it. So I really don't want to see a low scoring match because then it is going to be like anything like Pakistan failed against USA in the super over. So I don't want a short game to happen. I want big scores to simply raining sixes and fours. That is what a cricket fan wants to see. And if we score big, I've seen Pakistan winning on the basis of their bowling. Never ever they have like batted excellently and outclassed Team India. No, that never happened. If they have won on the basis of their bowling. They have excellent bowlers, no doubt about that. They have the excellent pace battery. But what like we say, this is a pitch battle. So we are on the side with the bat. They'll be bowling, of course, they'll be bowling fiery. But this time we have to answer with the bat. And I don't want to like even recall that Asia Cup match where we lost the match by 10 wickets. No, I don't want to even recall that memory. I just want that Team India to chase her. I know that even our bowlers are really good. They can restrict Pakistan for a low total or some handsome total, which can be easily chased by our batters. We are really good on the chasing side. So I want toss to favor us first. Secondly, things should go according to the plan. And pitch, I'm believing like what I read on other some media reports. Ravi Shastri reported that this pitch has been rolled really well. It doesn't have those big cracks which Rohit Sharma complained about in the first match. So I'm hoping that there'll be some good runs tonight.
All right, we'll wait and watch what happens. But I often wonder, and from the time we've been hearing Avinash, that the pitch is being we got the pitch, they got the pitch from Adelaide. Why didn't he get it from India? I mean, Gaurav is asking for fours and sixes, and we saw 1,266 came during IPL. The pitch should have technically should have been flown from India to the US, New York. We have an Air India flight also. We kind of carried it in bits and pieces. I don't know. We could have done something like that. Avinash.
That definitely we could have done something like that. But as we were discussing yesterday as well, there's always a bias when it comes to the Indians from ICC side. We've all seen it, we've witnessed it. So
Mm,
it could be one of those reasons because they didn't want to take these Indian pitches into consideration. Hence,
mm.
the decision to go with the Adelaide pitch. Of course,
Yeah.
and also the fact that we Indians are not yet. I mean, we don't believe, or the curators in India are not preparing these drop-in pitches. Yeah, we've heard reports that the Indian soil, the black soil and the red soil, is being transported from here to the various parts of the world to lay down the pitch. But the Indian curators don't. I mean, they don't have the expertise of creating these drop-in pitches. So Australia definitely has an edge over here. Maybe in the coming years, when the Indian cricket board, the BCCI, starts working on that front, we might also see India or the BCCI exporting the pitches. We are big exporters of cricketers nowadays. So maybe in the coming times, we'll also be the exporters of the pitches. And even the best of pitches in the world will be the Indian pitches, just like the players. I mean, we just spoke about US. So who played the crucial role in US's victory the previous game against Pakistan? They were the
Absolutely.
Indians.
Absolutely. So true. We are driving. We are the driving force. We are the engine, and there is no two ways
The
Yes.
about it.
Oracle boy. The Oracle boy, I would say. He scored in the final over.
Yeah, Netravalkar.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Shakya, I want to know from you. You know, when we talk about India Park game, one thing which is quite and still fresh in my memory. Mohammad Amir bowling to Virat Kohli, uh, 2017 Champions Trophy, and the way Virat got out, was dropped in the first hit first, and then he eventually got out. Got him out twice. The same
Yeah.
Mohammad Amir was seen struggling. He's coming back to international cricket after a long hiatus. How do you see Virat taking on? I hope Amir is playing. I hope he's not penalized for bowling those white balls in the super over. Uh, so, how do you see that battle panning out in front of us? Yeah, I'm very excited actually.
This is Amir's kind of comeback tournament to international cricket. He had retired and then he had, you know, played. There was talk that he might be applying to play for England also, but that hasn't worked out. Muhammad Amir, when he first came onto the scene in 2009-10, what a fantastic bowler he was. And even then, when he
Fine.
came back from
Yes.
his after this ban, he was quite lethal. Actually, more than Muhammad Amir, I'm looking more into Shaheen Shah Afridi because he's the rising star now, and uh, he can, and that's probably why they've put Rishabh Pant at number three because they want to kind of break that rhythm that he could get against the right-hander, which is what's happened a lot of times when India have struggled with left-hand bowlers, because left-hand bowlers tend to find that rhythm against the right-hander. So yes, Virat Kohli against Pakistan, especially when he's up against these rampaging forces like Muhammad Amir in 2016, as you're talking about, or even the 2021
17.
match
Yeah.
when which we lost. It was Virat Kohli who took on Shaheen Afridi when he absolutely broke the back of our top order in that match. So yes, I think a huge amount of onus is on Virat Kohli, and but let's see how this pitch is. This may not be. I think we may not. We shouldn't be comparing these conditions and this pitch to what we get earlier, and certainly not the 2021 T20 World Cup that was played. One, it was played in the UAE, which is very familiar territory for Pakistan, and or even the Melbourne match that happened that happened in 22, because this is a day match, and the pitch is a little bit more different compared to what both those pitches provided. So I think that might be something that one needs to look at. Also, floodlights. I'm not an expert, but yes, whatever I've heard from my knowledge of following cricket is that the ball does a little bit more under the lights, and I think this being a day match, it might actually take a little bit away from the kind of bowlers Pakistan has.
Bowlers.
India, I think
Yeah,
Jasprit
yeah,
Bumrah is someone who I
absolutely.
think can bowl in any kind of. Can you don't have to take the conditions or the pitch. I think he's someone who can bowl anywhere. So yes, I would say that. So, but I mean, just generally, I think that when you talk about a rivalry between India and Pakistan, I don't know if it's become friendlier or not. But last year there was a very nice moment during the Asia Cup when Shaheen Afridi came with a gift to Jasprit Bumrah when Jasprit Bumrah's son was born, and a very nice moment to see two premier fast bowlers of today's era sharing a light moment on something as nice as someone's son being born. So that was, but yeah, I mean, once the match starts, it'll be business, and I don't think there's any rivalry like that.
All right, we'll wait and see what happens. Gaurav, we talk about Mohammad Amir coming out of retirement. Looking at the way Dhoni was smashing the ball this IPL, why can't I mean he could have easily played. He didn't play the 21. He was a mentor there with the team. He didn't play 22. He could have played easily. I mean, kind of reflexes he's got. But he said a very important thing way back in 2016 when we lost to the West Indies in Mumbai. And a foreign journalist asked him, "How long will you retire?" and all that. He said, "If someone is as quick as I am and can bat and do whatever I'm doing, I'll retire." And Rishabh Pant happened, and Rishabh Pant had to also go through a lot to reach that state. But how do you see this for Team India? I mean, we have a Virat Kohli. Look at his numbers against Pakistan. I mean, you have to sit up straight and say, "Oh my God, this guy is truly special," and why he is a special character. I've been seeing Virat Kohli scoring against Pakistan in every game. His strike rate is going to be actually it should be all. I mean, should be really really good. Special player Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Hardik Pandya has got great numbers against Pakistan. 6 matches he's played. He's bowled well. He's taken 11 wickets. Where Bumrah is so I mean, player to player, if you match it, we're right up there. But what is this business about? Not getting the player who's actually still good. We have so many good players. If Virat can play, why can't Dhoni? I keep saying because when we talk about big matches, big players, we have seen the biggest T20 player of our generation is MS Dhoni. Not our generation, your generation, Gaurav. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you just gave the answer that we have so many good players that we can't even like shortlist them. We have so many good players that we are one player is waiting for other to get retired so that he can get the chance. Rishabh Pant is a perfect selection in place of MS Dhoni to replace his boots. I would say like you just mentioned that Mohammad Amir came out of the retirement and Dhoni should have also have been done the same. But I would say okay that was whatever Dhoni served to India, that was really respectable and enough, I would say. And now it is time for young boys, young blood to serve the nation. And the way Rishabh Pant was batting in the IPL, that was truly impressive. He just made a comeback. He was on a 2 years break. He made a comeback, and he was in such a brilliant touch. Like I'm like personally, I want to see Rishabh Pant batting against Mohammad Amir and Shaheen Shah Afridi. because those kind of like he is known to hit ball on the rise, and those guys are like known to bowl some bouncers. So his pulse and his drive, I'm waiting to watch that. Also, Virat Kohli and like if you go by the same MS Dhoni formula, then DK was also waiting. He was also in a great form. He would have been called. He was even there was a competition going on that who will be the wicket keeper selected for this World Cup. His name was there, but selector said, "Okay, it's time for you. Thank you so much, and let the youngsters serve the nation now." And this T20 game is all just about. I won't say that their reflexes are slow, but this game is something about the youngsters. So let them play. You have done enough. I would say MS
Gaurav,
Dhoni is
Gaurav, Gaurav,
DK.
I want to interrupt you. I would give you Virat Kohli's and Rohit Sharma's number. Please dial and tell them that after this World Cup, time is up for you guys. Let the youngsters come.
See, I would say that
So
thing, but
I think that
the
Abhishek
way they are
Sharma and Riyan
batting,
Parag will.
they of
Yeah,
course
yeah,
deserve
Gaurav,
a
go ahead.
chance, but the way Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are batting, so I can't say them. Okay, hold on, you're hitting too many centuries now. I can't say that. I'm enjoying their centuries. They're hitting ball really well. Nobody had expected that
Yeah.
Virat Kohli will take the team from zero to the qualifiers. It was like the way he said 0 to 100. That was only Virat Kohli that thing made was made possible. I was this although RCB lost the cup, but that was something special. The way Royal Challengers Bangalore won 7 matches in a streak, and that was
Yeah.
the credit goes to Virat Kohli only. So, although of course it is a team game, but Virat that was a Virat Kohli's heroic, which made RCB won. And today also, I want to see that Virat Kohli scoring a century and number of runs, and this. I'm expecting big from Virat Kohli tonight.
Gaurav, even teams are struggling to score 100, and you're talking about one guy getting 100. I don't know. I
That
आपके
is
मुंह में घी शक्कर. I would only say like that because we need good luck as far as the pitch is concerned. It's really not playing in a sporting fashion, which is what is worrying us. But coming back to Virat Kohli, because his track record, Avinash. I mean, what? How does he? I mean, Avinash. You see, Gaurav doesn't want to. Is not ready to call Virat and tell him time is up for you in T20. So this is how it is. Virat Kohli has stayed in our consciousness in such a fashion, scoring runs like he's playing for the first time. I mean, the kind of energy, the kind of it's all about energy, right? The way he goes in, does his business,
the hunger.
as if he's a
I would add
youngster.
the
The
hunger.
way he moves around. Yeah,
I would add the word hunger for runs. Virat
yeah, I
Kohli's
know,
hunger
I
for
know.
run. I would add here. Yeah.
Hunger, the appetite. If you can tell us, enlighten us, Avinash, the enigma called Virat Kohli.
So Dada, see, yes, there's a lot of talk around Virat Kohli, how he carries himself, how he conducts himself in a big match
Hmm.
situation, especially the knock of '84 that he played at Melbourne. Also, I mean, it is going to leave an indelible mark in the uh, cricketing psyche. We're going to remember it perhaps 100 years down the line as well. That a player like him played a knock like that. But I would still believe Virat, being Virat, doing Virat things, he should be the leader when it comes to the batting side. But it is time for the youngsters to just step up now. You cannot always depend on a Virat Kohli to win a big match and a high stakes match of an India Pakistan uh,
True.
uh, magnitude, you need to have match winners. I would rather look at how Rishabh Pant does today, how Surya Kumar Yadav, the world's best T20I player, does today. Because I have not seen Surya Kumar Yadav things in high stakes encounters. Let's talk about the 2023 World Cup, the final. It was a pressure game. Surya was introduced, promoted, and he batted for like 20 overs, 15 to 20 overs, but still his strike rate was, negligible. And India ended up scoring a paltry total on the board. So, how a youngster like Surya Kumar Yadav, though he's not a youngster, Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya, and Shivam Dubey would do. I would gauge my attention towards them, because Virat is, obviously, we know Virat Kohli, and also let's not forget the fact that the pitch is going to do its bit. And if it does, and Virat and Rohit Sharma, the two stalwarts of Indian cricket, I mean, God forbid, if they depart in a quick succession within the power play, then who's going to carry the team forward? Amir, yes, he could be a dangerous bowler. Let's not forget the Harish Rauf or Naseem Shah and the likes of those. Even there are reports that Imad Wasim might be brought into the playing 11. Shadab might be benched because of the way he bowled against USA. Azam Khan is likely to be axed for his uh, uh, poor show. So there are a lot of permutations and combinations floating around about Pakistan's playing 11 in this high stakes encounter. And
Yeah,
if at all they make those changes, their bowling gets more potent and formidable. How are these batters going to counter the likes of these forces? It's going to be important, because it's not just about an India-Pakistan match. Let's be very honest, because we always gauge our attention and narrow our attention towards an India-Pakistan game. Uh, but this is a tournament that India has gone to win. Even if they end up losing the match tonight, it doesn't matter, because India would still be able to qualify for the Super 8s. And let's just talk
true.
about the Pakistani side. They how the It's one of the most vitriolic teams in the world, but still they managed to come out of these defeats, the morale sapping defeats against India, and they still end up playing in the finals or making it to the semi-finals. So there's a team which might end up losing India against India, but it still comes back hard. So in 2021, we saw what happened with the Indian team. And they just lost the momentum right after the match against Pakistan was lost. So uh, it also boils down to how better you are prepared mentally. So there it was in 2021. We saw the Indian team's morale getting. They were it was shattered. But Pakistan, on the other hand, every edition they end up losing to India, but still this team manages to make into the semi-finals or into the reckoning of the semi-finals or the finals. So a lot of kudos should also go to the Pakistani team, because it has this knack and habit of coming back stronger after being pushed against the walls.
Actually, very valid point you have raised, Avinash, because I remember 2022 also, everyone was jumping up and down on the chair because Pakistan lost to Zimbabwe. And Indians
Yeah.
generally celebrate a lot when Pakistan lose, whichever team. In fact, some of the Indians were seen supporting US against Pakistan in the stadium. So, I mean, you can't control the emotions. I know in IPL, Delhi Capitals fan, Delhi losing, they immediately change their sides. So it happens. It's just as, I mean, you should love the sport actually. Shakya, that's how it should be. You should not take it like you versus me all the time. If you're see, I
No,
celebrated
no.
2017 Champions Trophy win of Pakistan. They didn't. play at home for a long time. There was an identity crisis. They won that. It was good validation of the fact that they are also part of the system. Like the win, Shaki, you pointed out, of US. It's just helping cricket to grow, and people sort of will sit back and say, "Oh God, yeah, US is they have beaten Pakistan, so they are a force to reckon with." But sort of a lot of people are saying it was an accident. But I'm sure this is a game of confidence, hard work, and honesty. I'm sure US would have taken a lot out of it. But your thoughts on how Pakistan, India, these matches, I mean, more than these contests, we should churn out more champion side, which you have talked about in the past also, which will end the game.
Yeah, I remember in 2011, I was not living in Delhi those days, but I remember when India beat Pakistan in the semi-finals. I'm told that Central Delhi had more celebrations after we beat Pakistan in the semi-final than than we did when we won the tournament. And it happens in every tournament. The game against Pakistan often ends up being bigger than a final. And actually, the
Yeah,
main thing is that we should look at winning the tournament. It's not about beating Pakistan. I mean, it's become like that. And let's also accept that Pakistan, if you look at the last 30 years, Pakistan and India have almost similar records in international cricket. They won the T20 World Cup once, they've won the 50 over World Cup once, they won the Champions Trophy once, and that's exactly what we've done as well. We
yeah.
kind of tied joint winners of a Champions Trophy once with Sri Lanka, so we've got one. So we've got almost equal records with Pakistan. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's true. Like even on Thursday, when I was finding a lot of comments on people celebrating Pakistan losing and all that. It's I don't really like to get into all that. I think that's
Yeah.
one must appreciate sport, and one must accept that Pakistan has produced some of the finest cricketers of the game, and unfortunately they are not allowed to play in the IPL, and I'm not going to get into the politics of that. But some of their players, if they had played in the IPL, they would have because they would have been very big. They would have been big names in the IPL because they are so suited to play T20 cricket. Some of their players, unfortunately, and I think that's not going to happen. And I won't say unfortunate that there are political reasons for it and valid political reasons for it, which is not for me to comment. But Pakistan, we must, I think, take it. We must be a little bit more sporting. I think, unfortunately, games against Pakistan have taken up a very have created a lot of toxic. Have become very toxic, and
Yes, true.
if you and then when we lose, especially when we lose, I remember when we lost that game in 2021, or that losing the Champions Trophy
By 10
final in
wickets.
2017.
Yeah.
The fallout was, and Pakistan has lost more than we have lost to them. So I mean, it's all right. I think but that's what happens in India. We lose a match, and especially to Pakistan, and like the fallout of it is like terrible. So I hope we get a little bit more mature when it comes to playing Pakistan. But yeah,
Actually,
today,
we have to be sporting. The spirit has to be sporting. We talk about uh, a battle, pitch battle. Of course, we have to celebrate when we have to celebrate good cricket, which is happening. If someone is bowling well, you have to sit back and say, "Oh, this bowler is really, really good," and we have to have that spirit. If you don't do that, you actually don't grow up in life. But when you talk about India-Pakistan match, it's a celebration of sorts in every home. So, Gaurav, can you tell us your menu? You are having a heavy lunch or a heavy dinner? How are you going to celebrate? Because when you
Okay,
because Indian means you're going to celebrate with food. That's what we do with Diwali. This is again a cricket Diwali, I can call it. India Pakistan. So
of course.
what's your menu like? What's there on the plate?
I have ordered many things, to be honest, and I won't be moving away from my couch. I'll be watching the match, and like we say that a totka kind of a thing that I won't be moving. I'll be sitting steadily. That okay, let Virat bat, let Rohit Sharma bat first. I don't want anything wrong to happen. Secondly, the thing you mentioned that a sporty feeling and a sporty the sportsman spirit if a bowler, of course, Pakistan's bowlers are nice, of course, but we can, of course, praise them after the match. Let's support the Indian side. I started this thing like I'm very much biased for the India Pakistan match. I can do the analysis after the match, pre the match, or for other games I can be the neutral one. But to be honest, I am very much biased for the Indian side here. I'm expecting a lot. Though Team India has beaten Pakistan several times, they have an unbeaten record. But I want them to continue this record. So that is the thing, that is the pressure we all are talking about. So that that urge to win, that hunger to win against Pakistan, that is something above even World Cup for us. Like rightly Shakya mentioned, that we should aim for the trophy, we should aim for the glittering cup to win that trophy. But I'm sorry, friend, but this India versus Pakistan match is something like that, something right, a kind of a rivalry that we just want to win this first, and we can see what happens for the rest matches. No issues. And also, I
Okay.
want to mention one thing here. Also, I want to
Yeah.
mention one thing here that the way Pakistan lost to USA, I don't want Team India to take it to their head. Okay, so I don't want them to like treat Pakistan's team or Azam. If the Azam Khan, if he is in Pakistan's national side, he has some quality. They should not take them lightly.
True.
They should not be. They should not take them for granted. I would say they are not playing against any small team. Cricket starts with a 50-50 probability, and game can like it's a new day. It's a new game, and anything can happen. Records will be kept outside the stadium, and only things will be matter what they do on the 22 yards. This again, we'll say that this is a pitch battle. So whatever
Pitch
happens on
battle.
the pitch, exactly. So whatever happens on the pitch, that is going to
Pitch
make
battle.
it happen. Yeah.
Three cheers for pitch battle. Hippie pure, hippie pure, hippie pure. But
Hooray!
before we wrap up the show, Avinash, looking at our lineup, Indian lineup, you see all of them are actually capable of winning a T20 game single-handedly. Be it Rohit, Virat, Hardik, Rishabh, Surya, you name it. Jadeja, Akshar can also do well. Bumrah, Shiraj has done it in that final Asia Cup against Sri Lanka. Well, was a different format. So this is I'm liking the look of it. Arshdeep can come and bowl. He's got good domestic performance to back it. So back his sort of claim in the team. But what do you think? I mean, this Indian team. I mean, I remember losing 4 wickets for 80 odd runs in the last Candy game, Asia Cup, and how Virat, it was, sorry, I beg your pardon, it was Hardik and Ishan Kishan putting up a valiant show. I mean, it was quite a show they put together. But what do you see, this Indian team? It's giving you enough confidence that we'll go and enjoy the last laugh.
Definitely, there's no doubt about that. The team looks
All
pretty
right.
balanced. The players are they have the confidence they need, looking in the right touch. Hardik, as you just mentioned about him, I think once again he's going to be the key batter and the key player for India because of the quality he brings, the three-dimensional play that he brings into the brings into play, and also. His mental strength in big matches when it comes to Pakistan and India matches. He
All right.
holds his nerve pretty well. We've seen him doing that in the IPL as well, and there's not an iota of doubt when he dons that Indian jersey, the Indian blue. He's a different beast altogether. So definitely, Hardik is going to be a very critical player for India today as well, either with a ball or with a bat. and he's a gun fielder as well. Those throws from the outfield, uh, I mean, 60 yards, 70 yards, that they are also very vital, especially given the track record of the Pakistani cricket team when it comes to strike rotation. I mean, they always fumble or make a mess out of it. They are converting those singles into twos or threes. So, the importance of players like Hardik Pandya or a Ravindra Jadeja and an Akshar Patel and a Virat Kohli in the outfield also becomes equally important. So not just the batting aspect or the bowling aspect of these players. In fact, even the fielding is going to make a lot of difference for the Indian side. So yes, big match players. They have all the bases covered. I doubt they are going to be complacent about it. But also, I would rather believe that the Indian team should not be too much. I mean, they have always maintained, and because of the fact the Indians have always had an edge over the Pakistanis in the T20 in the World Cups, they have always maintained that no, we take it as just another game, whether it's a Pakistan game or an Australia game or an England game. Uh, and that mentality has to percolate uh, even to the number 12 player or the number 15 player. If they get a chance or if the opportunity comes up their way, they should lap it up and perform the way the team expects them to perform. So obviously, better prepared team they are, but as just Gaurav mentioned, it's a new day, it's a new match. You will have to be in your senses. Don't get complacent. Is what my message to the men in blue would be today.
All right, quickly, Shakya, before we wrap, we have really been a long show. It was a very fruitful discussion on the game we love so much. India or Pakistan? Quickly.
Yeah, there's no way India's taking this game for granted. Rohit Sharma said that in the press conference,
India or
and we can't
Pakistan?
take
No, no,
Pakistan.
India or Pakistan? Quickly.
Yeah, no, India's not taking this game for granted, and Pakistan, he said so. That Pakistan have got match winners. They can turn things around in a flash. But also, in the last match, Pakistan didn't look very much cohesive.
So that we
But they
all
can turn
know.
things.
India or Pakistan? India or Pakistan? India or Pakistan?
Uh, India.
Okay, Gaurav, India, Pakistan.
110% India.
And Avinash, my friend, my brother, India.
Dada, definitely it's going to be India, but I want a super over, and
Okay,
India will
India
win
it is.
in the
We
super
lock
over.
it. We don't talk after this. We'll see them how they play and we'll discuss it tomorrow. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining. Avinash, Shakya, and Gaurav, and throwing light on this great contest, India Pakistan coming your way. Enjoy. Sit back, enjoy the T20 World Cup in New York. We are all over the place. Uh, like always, we have to win this game, and best wishes to Team India. See you. Keep watching. Pitch battle.